I got it through. Only improved though.
It doesn't have to be pretty.
I know.
All right. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's one thing that we have learned over time. It doesn't have to be pretty. We keep saying expectation, 1.1. That's all we want. Because the expectations from the member is to play great all the time. And the other teams are very practice. So if you feel like you need to blow teams out or make a point, you just have to frustrate yourself. But we do want to get better. Our execution needs to be better. We need a little more time. Now needs a little more time to get into, even these 4 games have come through. So we had time to get through them. We'll do that this week. We can only play 2 games because Sunday and Saturday. So we have all week this week. This week to try to hone skills. Yeah, for sure. This last week was crazy with Thanksgiving. Sure she was
Welcome to the post-game press conference after their 90-87 victory against Blackwater with us for Coach Tim Cohn and best player of the game, Tony Bishop. Coach, let me start with you. You assessed your 2 victories before this as games that you should have played better in. Would you say that there were still too many factors reminiscent of the previous games tonight, or were there a lot of signs of improvement from your end?
No, we only had 1 day to prepare from last game, so it's not hard to get in and get down and dirty on what you need to improve and get better at. So it was a struggle again for us tonight, and in some ways these are good for us because they're tough games and they toughen us up, and we have to play well down the stretch. We have to defend well down the stretch, and in that regard, it's good for us, but. We would like to play better. We would like to play better on both sides of the floor, and we will continue to battle for that. We got basically 2 guys in the starting lineup that are new to everything that we do, and that's Mav and Tony. So we're still working to try to get everybody into a fit, but both Mav and Tony are playing brilliantly despite not knowing what they're doing. So hopefully they'll even get better when they do know what they're doing. So hopefully we'll see. But that's, you're right. We still need a lot to improve. But right at this point, we'll take the W's and just keep moving forward.
Coach, one more question for me. No Jamie tonight in the 3rd quarter, no Scotty. How have the dynamics changed for the team?
No Scotty?
In the 3rd quarter.
We didn't play Scotty in the 3rd? Yeah, he started the second half. We were just trying to get some extended rest for Scotty because he played a lot of minutes, played over 40 minutes in the last game on Friday, and he's been battling a bad flu cold over the last week and a half, and he just can't shake it. And but it's not COVID. We've tested him multiple times, but he's got a bug that he can't shake. So I try to give him some extended time to break. And Nards came out and played very, very well during that time, and that's what we needed. And as for Jamie had that bad fall in Friday's game. Everybody can see he has a fat lip from landed on his mouth, and he hurt his wrist when he was falling. So that basically was the wrist reasons why. The wrist was the reason why he didn't play tonight. And we don't play until Sunday. So we're hoping by Sunday he should be fine and ready to go. We're hoping that wrist will heal.
All right, thank you, Coach. Let me move on to you, Tony. Time and time again, Coach Tim would say that your scoring should never be a barometer of how well you perform. But tonight, what did you have to dig deep and pull out of yourself to get away with this win?
Defense. That's what it came down to. Make sure I lock in on defense, getting rebounds, helping my teammates guard the import. I want to make sure that I was being physical with him, making sure he didn't get in his spots and everything. Just make sure I was aggressive on both ends of the floor. If I'm not working on offense, I got to make sure I play defense and get my teammates involved, and we got the win tonight.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We now open the floor to questions from the media.
Coach, what can you say about Blackwater's team right now with Coach Jeff as the head coach?
Well, you know, they're doing a great job of controlling tempo, and I think that's number one. And by controlling tempo, he can put up a really good defensive stand. And we had trouble penetrating his defense, and they become an execution type team, kind of like, if I may say, I don't want to insult Jeffrey, but kind of like the Alaska of the 90s. You know, that we were execution, tempo, and culture-driven team, and I think that's what from me looking out from the outside, that's what he's striving for. That's the way he played, and so they're very organized, and I think he's getting the most out of every player. Ilagan played great tonight against us, especially had a tremendous first half, and he's got guys like Hill that are developing. I think Troy is back to where he was a couple of years ago, where he's playing really well. So I think he's really getting guys, and they're developing. They're getting better, and especially his young guys. So there's a lot of guys that are. Suerte is playing so much better. So I think that's where they stand right now, and they're a team of that's going to be. If they continue on this path and they continue to give Jeffrey that opportunity, he's going to build a culture, and they're going to be a contending team, you know, very soon in the next couple of conferences. I think really will be.
Coach, you gave Ralph a lot of playing time. What was the idea for that position?
Oh, Ralph. I didn't hear the name. I think we all love Ralph, right? I mean, we all love Ralph. His demeanor is fantastic for a guy coming off the bench. He's just a super nice guy. He's quiet, but he's got a good eye. He sees the court really well, makes nice passes, makes really good decisions. And that's what you want coming out from that position. And Jamie wasn't there, and we had Ralph start the first game of the conference. That's how much we believed in him. So, you know, like I said, he hasn't hit a shot yet, though.
He can shoot.
And he can shoot it. I mean, he wins all of our shooting drills in practice, but he just can't quite get a shot to go in for him in the games. But when he does, he hits one, I think watch out, because he is a great shooter, but he also really makes really good decisions, and especially on the defensive side as well. So we really, really like Ralph, and everybody likes him on the team. But I think you're going to see a lot more of him as we go forward.
What's just a follow-up on Jamie is the timetable for his return, and how about Scotty? I think he hurt his knee.
I don't know about Scotty's knee yet. I don't know if he tweaked it or whatever. He was able to play and continue to play. He didn't have to sit down, so that's good news. But I'm sure there's going to be some soreness there, and hopefully nothing major or anything like that. So we'll see what happens with him when we get back to practice. As for Jamie, I'm going to need a day or two more, I think, to let the swelling get down on his wrist. But we're targeting on Sunday that he'll play on. Jamie's going to be giving our Samboy limb and having that ball.